Continuing on with my tool series, I thought I'd cover some basic tools again. Well, this is wire cutters. And some of you are chuckling and say, Hero, what do you have wire cutters for when you don't use a whole lot of wire? Well, I don't use a whole lot of wire, but I like tools, so I got it. So what are these for? Well, this is your more or less basic standard wire cutter, and that's what you probably should have if you're going to have a nice set of bonsai tools in your collection. The chances of most of you ever needing something this big is probably slim, but this is for cutting copper wire that are quite thick, and it is kind of on the big side, right? If you notice, the end or the cutting tip of the wire cutter is short and blunted, versus if you get the more normal wire cutter, it's relatively long and it has a point, right? It's about removal of wires, okay? Especially if somebody let it go too long and it's already embedded in there. Well, these will do minimal damage versus the pointed ones. This one, unless you really have great eyes, you're gonna go in too deep and you cut more than you should. Now that we made the point that if you're gonna have one, this is probably the only thing you're gonna need. But because I like tools, I also have this very small one. I put the little spring in there so it goes bing. I just like tools. What can I say? In Japan, where they're kind of fanatical about wiring, they use this really fine wire right up to the tip of the branch. And so they also make a wire cutter to handle that. See, this little tool here, it's more or less like a tweezer, but when that wire situation becomes such that your fingers are too fat and won't get in there, this is what you use. Now, these are actually called Jining tools. And Jining is the removal of the live bark, so you expose the wood, okay? And how that works, if your Jining tool works, see how there's a gap there and it comes to a point. And I'll show you in a minute how that works together. What you're trying to do is one hand you're holding tight, and then on the other hand you're trying to loosen the bark. Okay. Now, I'm not a natural born Jining guy, but I'm sure in the future you'll see me using these, okay? Tying down with your wire. You know, sometimes your finger just don't have enough pressure, so you use this and then twist with that, and then you get it really cinched up really good. So that's one of the use sort of related to the wire. Both ends. Ta-da! Now you can reuse your wire. Oh, that's good enough just to buy 2 of these things, right? Bonsai people are a little bit on the, I don't know, snobbish side, whatever. We like our genuine bonsai tools. So get them. So this is Hero, the tool guy, saying, after all this presentation, this is probably all you're going to need in your box. So if you enjoyed this program, there'll be more coming up, so please keep checking with my website, masteryo.com. So this is Hiro Matsuda saying goodbye, and I'll see you in another chapter.